what's going on, everybody? So today we are going to do a day in the life, a true one, I guess. Hopefully it ain't as crazy as the last one. But man, let me tell you, this sun this morning is blinding. And the weather, I live in central Ohio, and the weather is just absolutely crazy right now. It's September 2nd. Last week it was over 100 degrees, and this morning I have no clue what's the temperature. My watch, we're not in good service, but it's freaking chilly this morning. I turned around and put a long sleeve shirt on, but anyways, so what we're gonna do today is I got a few jobs I need to. I'm falling behind on going out and getting some jobs bid out. I got a few things, a really big thing in the works that I just don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet, but pretty sure we're getting pretty close on it. But yeah, we got a couple jobs we need to go bid, get some measurements on, and then we got we need to then go back to the office and get them bid out, and then I really need to get my garage cleaned out, or not cleaned out, cleaned up. We have been full bore for all summer pretty much, and I ain't gonna get a deep clean done on the shop, but I can at least get it back to somewhat workable conditions. And then we need to work on the flatbed trailer. My small one is just been neglected. So I plan to completely go over it and redo it the first in spring. I never got around to it. The only thing I've got around to doing was I got the new tires put on it because I was starting to blow them. But as you guys can tell, I'm gonna get ready to get blinded here in a second. So I am going to jump off of here, and we will catch you when we get to the first job. Alright, so we're at the first job. It's not a job. I'm here bidding it, but this is a cabin that we take care of. I really like this place. It's got like the right amount of drywall in it. I used to be, you gotta have wood, but I'm starting to come to the fact that I like just a little bit of drywall in some places. Even though the one we're remodeling right now, basically building, is all wood, but just some exceptions, like just this room, for instance. I mean, look at how good that it looks, especially with the drywall. But anyhow, so we're here. We got a couple things we need to bid out. We need to measure out the railing and this carpet. So they're wanting the carpet to come up, and we're gonna put Happy Feet in here. So let's measure this out so we know how much flooring we need. Alright, so we got it measured out. Yes, I know the room ain't perfectly square, but I took from my far point, and then I'm not minusing that out, or this curve. That will just be factored into the waist. So that way I ain't factoring extra. And then another thing, like when you're bidding this kind of stuff out, that you gotta look for, so we're gonna have to run crown along here, especially with the floor style we're putting in. We're gonna have to run a crown right there, and then up against the true log down through there, we're gonna have to run 1x, because you gotta be able to have a trim, and there's no trim on this, so, which is no big deal. We can take care of it. That's the only place they got trim, so we'll have to just match that, trim into there, and then we'll have to put some like L channel right there. I can't think of the name of it, but it looks like an L and it's wood, so that's what we'll do there. But all right, let's go outside. All right, so you may have heard me talk about it, but this is something we are always dealing with, and that is this log railing. It rots all the time. Check that hot tub deck out. We built that about 2 years ago. But so you can see it's rotten, it's coming apart. So we need to measure this out, because we're going to be reinforcing it, getting rid of all the logs, and putting traditional spindles up, stuff that lasts. The problem is nobody really seals all this stuff all the time, so therefore it rots, and this log stuff is not treated. So it sucks, and it is what it is, but yeah, so let's get this measured out here. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm just getting the measurements between the posts, so that way I can, I know how many feet it is, so that way when I go into bidding it, I know if I need to get 10-foot stuff, 8-foot stuff, because you want to span from connecting points. So I don't know if this will pick up on camera or not. Let me get my screen. So that's basically what I'm doing is, you know, one section is 3, one section is 3. It's not focusing very well, but that's just how I do this. So let's get the rest of this measured out. Timber. So what I'm doing here is I'm spanning every other post instead of measuring in between. So that's what I did. That's gonna be, you'll have your center post right here as it'll still be there, but we'll span from log to end, and then from there to there, and then from there to there. You're doing that on your top plates. And since I almost forgot, for our top plates we need to measure that. So our post is 7.5, plus you're going to need to add 1.5 inches, so we're going to be 9. So we're going to need 2x10 for a top plate. So we need to make sure we put that down, because traditionally they are 1x6s, and that will, traditionally they're 1x6s because it's a 4x4 with a plus 1.5 inches for your 2x4, because that's the thickness of it, and then your 2x6 sets on top and it covers the whole 4x4 plus a 2x4, which right here, so you want to cover that whole area, so that's 7.5, so you're going to be at 9 when you add that 2x4, because you're going to put a 2x4 going this way to connect your spindles to. So, and let's just go ahead and check our height. We're going to do a traditional height, which we definitely have got, because I think it's overall it's 41 inches, because you got a 4, yeah, we got plenty to go, because what you do is you leave a gap like of 4 inches down here, so that way you can sweep snow off, and then you'll have 36 inches, and then you'll have 1.5 inches on top of that 36 inches for your top plate. So I think overall you need right at around 41 inches and something, so we got that just fine. So I'm gonna make a couple notes here and then we'll catch back up. All right, so we got that one bitted out. This is the one I don't know, you guys may have got some video out of here mowing. I know we've done some snow removal here on video. I love this driveway. Too bad asphalt's way out of my budget. But I did add, one thing I did add there, I know these owners really well. They actually got a YouTube channel. You have to check them out. It's called the Woodlands Family Lodge, I believe. I don't know. I'll put a link in the description. But yeah, and they actually own Woodlands. The one, quite a few parts or quite a few videos came out of there. The one basement we did this year, remodel. So, but yeah, I added something like power washing. Decks have got quite a bit of grime built up on them, and I can tell this morning they're starting to get really slick, especially once you get the dew and we're going into fall. So it's gonna get slick, and we don't want guests sliding and busting their butts. So yeah, we're heading over to our next one. It's kind of a, not really a different one, but it's a huge deck. This is, we're still actually under construction on this one. As far as the basement, he is renting the cabin out. It's just the basement is not occupied. We got it locked down, but it's one of the basements that we've been remodeling all summer, in and out of guests. He wants to add a big deck and add a parking pad, because with the basement brings more guests, which brings more cars. So therefore we're really lacking on room. So we're gonna put a parking pad in. So we'll catch up with you guys there. All right, so I'm sure you guys recognize this place. This is the place that we are actually remodeling the basement. We just haven't got it finished because it's been book. And like today is an open night, and it's just, unless we have 2 days open, it is not worth us to drag everything in, get set up, and get going. But we're going into our slow season right now, so we'll be able to get it finished up. We only have 2-3 weeks worth of work left here, or less. Basement, we got a bunch of other projects we're going to be doing, but we got all the car siding and stuff up. I don't know if we've had any videos come out of here for a minute, but we got all the car siding up and stuff, and we haven't done the ceiling yet because we want to go back, and we're going to replumb the whole place. And in order to replumb this whole place, I needed like a week of no guest here, and we just haven't had it, because in the last 2 years that I have took on the management of the maintenance for this property, 90% of the service calls have been plumbing issued. And literally, I think if you go back into like part 8 of basement remodel, I believe it is, if I remember, I'll put a link in the video, but the drain for the kitchen sink goes like this. It's horrible. In fact, I think it's labeled something about idiot plumbers or something. But so what he is wanting to do here is, this is a pretty good drop off right here. We've had several cars that don't know how to back or drive fall off down through here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to barricade the driveway right here and get rid of this, which will makes way more sense to us because this is a pain in the butt to plow. So we're gonna build a big deck up there, barricade this, so you will have this little pull up and still the pull up to the garage. And I'm not gonna walk back down there right now, but we're gonna put a culvert in there, and we're gonna fill that in and make parking down there as well. Which in the end, even though we're gonna be getting rid of this up here, we'll still gain more parking down there than what we have up here, because I know it looks probably maybe bigger on camera, maybe smaller, I don't know, but you can really only get like 3 vehicles up here, and this place sleeps a good bit. So what we're gonna do here is, off these posts out, we want to come out 16 foot, and we're gonna build a deck, and this deck is gonna connect clear over to here and connect this. We're gonna have a staircase come off of this side right here down onto this deck, and then under here we're gonna have a deck that runs up to this crown right here in the asphalt. And what we're doing here is, this is gonna be really, we're just gonna put 2x4s. That's gonna be our floor joist, because it's basically gonna set directly down. You are gonna step up onto it, and then once you get to right here, you're gonna step up again. So yeah, let's I'm gonna work on getting this all measured out, and then we will move down there. But yeah, this, I mean, this was the, not to keep on and on about it, but this was the master plan when we built this, to get down to here, because this was pretty steep. I don't know if you can tell, but camera don't ever do grade justice, but this was pretty steep. So we put this staircase in, we built that. Man, I wish I had some freaking video on that. If I don't think I have any pictures. I might have pictures. If I have pictures of how that thing was built, like, I'll post them. It was bad. Like, they literally had the hangers on the outside of the band board, where the 2x, or where, you know, you're supposed to put your hangers underneath your joist that's running back and forth. They were under there, but they were on the opposite side doing nothing. Like, they had screws sticking out, and like, that's for kids. Like, that's just the idiots that work down here, should I say. They're just retarded. But yeah, but that was the master plan, to try to connect. We were going to connect all of this. So essentially we're going to have from right here over to that staircase that's going to come down out to here, and then a deck out to there, all, and underneath this deck right here we're going to put metal with gutters, so that way this will be considered covered, so you can sit outside when it's raining. So all right, well, I'm gonna throw you guys up here while I measure this all out. Coolest thing, I'll insert another video from my iPhone, but I have run a magnet base, and I'm always trying to find different places to put my GoPro. So what I've came up with is I always got a Leatherman in my pocket, so I can always just stick you guys just like that, and then I can adjust it around, or I can move it. So I'll move you guys back this way a little bit, and we'll move you up here. You have a little bit of glare of the sun. We'll turn you. See, if I just kept my hand right there, you wouldn't have that glare. stinking sun. So this is my little holder. Works out perfect. And you guys can sit here and watch me while I measure this out on that old girl. I tell you, I've had zero problems with it since I've got rid of the media mod. That's my new case. It's all chipped up, but I spray painted it silver. Just thought I'd make it a little bit different. So let's get this measuring out so I can quit yakking and get to work. So, as you guys seen, I got all this measured out. So basically we're going from like right there, 60 foot, and then clear to the tree line. And we're gonna fill all this in. So it's same grade as here. I don't have a laser level. I did order one specifically for this job and hoped before I came out and bid it that I could set it up. But I don't know how to, I haven't ran one in years. So I just kind of did the old eyeball trick with a tape measure, and I'd say I'm about right. There's about 4 foot of, from here to there is about 4 foot. So we get that taken care of, and I'm gonna give him rough numbers on this, but once I get my laser level in, I'm going to shoot it. I think I just said I did order one, or I need to order one, but I did order one. And so we're gonna do concrete barriers, the cubes, and then I'm gonna bring them in as well. For some reason I thought there was a bunch more fall than what there really is. And then from here we're gonna tie onto that 10-inch culvert that's running under there, and we're gonna continue it to right here and tie into this culvert right here that runs down and uphill. And we'll fix that while we're at it. But so that way, and then I'm gonna clear just these little saplings right here and fill this in so it's level, so you got turnaround and stuff, because it is only 25 foot that way. So yeah, and then this all be parking, and that will make it a whole bunch better through here. So yeah, it's gonna be a freaking tight one, because the problem of it is down on the road, I can't get my gooseneck in here because I drag the road coming in and I drag the road coming out. So this is going to be a fun one. Yeah, obviously I don't have a big excavator. We're going to have to rent one, and definitely going to have to rent one with rubber tracks, and we're going to have to unload on the road. And then all the hauling in, that's the next thing, is you can't get a big dump truck in here. I don't know, a good drive. Yeah, you probably could get a decent sized dump truck in here, but the guy that usually hauls for me, he just has tractor trailers. He ain't getting a tractor trailer in here, ain't no way. So I don't know. Once I figure out the slope and how much stone I need, because we are going to fill all this in with 304, which is crushed rock with about inch and below size rock in it. So we'll see how many tons we actually need, and I'll fill it in. Maybe I'll haul it all in, I don't know. The plant is not that far from here. It's all highway, so it ain't like it's out a huge back road or anything. So I don't know. That's just, we'll have to just figure that one out. But yeah, so that's the plan here. So now I'm off. We need to go to the office for a second, and I am going to stop and wash this dirty thing. And I think I'm not going to work on the flatbed today, like I originally said. I am going to take and I'm going to get my truck cleaned out. I haven't cleaned it out for quite a few months, and I haven't washed it in a couple months. Not that it really matters to anybody, but I can't stand driving dirty stuff, and I'm about over it. So I'm going to get this thing cleaned up and, yeah, get all that taken care of. Zach and Clayton is on a job. We are now a 3-man band. Tyler has quit and went on to better things. But we're all around wagering bets, Tyler. This is for you. We're wagering bets. You were right. You'll be back. We know he'll be back. So, but you can't ditch a guy for trying to better himself. So, so it's just me, Clayton, and Zach now. Getting all this stuff done. So I do a lot of work by myself, and we're just kind of gonna move Clayton around whenever I need him for a day and Zach needs him for a day. And that's kind of what this is getting about. Is Zach is doing a bunch of running around today as well, going to different properties. We have a whole bunch of maintenance stuff that we're getting caught up on, and my mom, she's out sick, so she ain't able to clean one of the cabins that we take care of. So Zach is doing that, and he's also doing her walkthrough that she needs to do. So yeah, I'm gonna roll out of here and get heading down the road. We'll catch up with you guys here in a few. So I don't know if you guys followed the Ranger build series or the crash. Sorry about all the annoying cans. Why I need to clean my truck out. But this was the job Clayton was leaving when he crashed the truck and had the accident. This was a straight stretch he was coming down. I highly believe he just was not used to this road. His was only like his 3rd time driving down this road. He'd never been on this road before in his life, but he's coming down this straight stretch. I think he was going way too fast and overcorrected for this corner, because he made it around this corner, and then you can still see, I think, the tire marks, but that's the cornfield he went rolling into. You can see where the stalks were damaged, and you can't really tell, but the cornfield's pretty much remade it. And let me tell you, that farmer got some good money off my insurance. So, but yeah, I thought that would be something to share there, since this is a day in the life. Alright, so we just walked into the office. Looks like this is all brand new linens. We're working on getting washed and labeled and everything for the lodge, and it looks like the laundry ladies are getting caught up. We got a whole bunch of extra linens there, whole bunch of totes. Dang, a lot of laundry in here. Lots of laundry. So what I'm doing in here, I am waiting on Zach and Clayton to show up here. They should be here, I don't know, any minute. Probably got really dark. We're back in the chemical room, storage room. But as y'all can tell, this place is just a disaster deluxe. So I'm gonna fix this disaster of deluxe. Like, I'm out of chemicals. Man, everything just gets thrown around in here. So we're gonna fix that problem today. So let's get this all cleaned up. All right. Well, that looks a whole lot better. Got everything put back up where it's supposed to go. I think the majority of the trash and that there, yeah, it's out of place, but I'm making Zach put that on the Explorer because we're not taking turns with vehicles anymore. So it's just gonna be one half clean running and my truck, and I have a pump on my truck, so I am perfectly fine with that. Let's turn the light on back here. So yeah, this is all our extra overstock stuff. These little pals, $100 a piece. Very expensive. These things, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500. Those are some bad Mamba Jamba stain removers. It's called a reclaim load. It takes about 12 hours to reclaim the cycle, so it's pretty crazy. But I think I'm pretty much well done here. I'm gonna do a few more small things, and then we'll probably catch you guys back at the shop. Alright, so we're back at the shop. So what we are doing today is we are working on cleaning the shop. It's so freaking dirty. There's stuff everywhere, like that whole shelf, I mean tire pressure gauge, outside air hose ain't wrapped up, we got bowls, trash, cats, lumber, trash, skids of fluorine, clothes, bags, tripod, I'll need that here in a second, whole bunch of stuff on the workbench, packages, 2 little boys. My back area here's all dirty. Got air conditioners that need set up. And over here, I'm not gonna do a whole lot on, but I am gonna do something on, because underneath the stuff, believe it or not, that's a motor. And yes, we know how to put it back together. It's for that truck. One Ranger's out. It still needs a little bit of work. But, so, I'm gonna throw you on time lapse while we work on this shop. Alright, so we got the garage cleaned up, and that's gonna be a wrap. I am not gonna have time to hold on, get the truck cleaned out, but we got the garage all cleaned up and ready to do something in. So we got that whole side clean. That's just kind of been the catch-all area for at least a year or two, but at least we got it all cleaned up. And we still got to do that portion and all of that side, but that'll be for another day. Basically, when we get the other truck finished. So a couple upcoming videos to look forward to is we're getting ready to completely rebuild this thing. Probably going to be doing that this weekend. So that'll be a video. And then I have a couple videos. They're way back on the channel. That's just how far out some of this stuff's been. Trash. But the heads, I've showed how to check them, clean them, and get them ready. And I finally got the valves that I needed somewhere underneath that table as valves and stuff. So we're gonna get those all lapped in there. And this thing, we're basically rebuilding the thing. We're gonna put new, maybe if they come in it might be on this one, but we're putting new shackles on it. I don't know what that piece there is called, I can't remember, but putting a new one of those on it. We're rewiring the whole thing. The lighting in the rear might be a minute because I got different style lights that I was going to weld on there, but I don't like them, so I'm just going to stick to those. Put new ones on, and then we only got one safety chain, so I got new safety chains for it. But yeah, we'll catch that one. Probably doing that one this weekend. So that's gonna be it for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.